Just give me a second here while I wait for YouTube to start broadcasting this and having the feedback of it playing in the background until I mute it. Got it. Okay, so session 4 here, and I'll give a quick overview because it's been several weeks since we last played, and we are in the midst of a delve, and that is into Governor Joseph Manchin Coal Research Facility. And we started at this event. We headed down below, found the entryway into this place. There was lots of bodies all around that had these weird sort of crystalline growths coming out of them. We continued on through a hallway which led into a larger mess hall area, cafeteria area, and within that was kind of like some dark flickering light, I guess, and there was a weird horrific creature with these like suckers all over its body, a kind of batch of eyes on the top of its head. There was 2 exits. One was barricaded off, and the other one was sort of blocked by bodies. We had no intention of fighting the creature. And in fact, we were all backing away very slowly and quietly.
Most of you were backing away slowly and quietly.
Until Shiitake tripped over basically everything, creating a very loud noise. So we were forced to fight the sucker monster creature, which ended up being a night spawn, is what we ended up calling it. We took it from the Ironsworn creatures section of the book, and we ended up fighting off this creature. Karl did a lot of the dirty work. Roach did some as well. Dollywood did a little bit. I don't remember if Shiitake was effective in any way.
Shiitake broke her grandmother's spear.
That's right. The prized gun
To be
spear.
perfectly technical, she dropped it and the monster stepped on it.
Yeah, that's right. But we did manage to kill the thing. But as we killed it, it made this like horrifying scream that echoed through everything, and we were like, oh shit, what is happening? Because now everything knows we're here, because it was a very loud noise. So we decided we would, out of the 2 bad options of where we should continue, we decided to go to the place that was not covered with bodies. And it was a shaft that had a ladder. It went up a few feet and down into darkness. Up above, however, was a creature which we ended up calling a skitter, which was basically a whole bunch of arms and legs all put together in your worst nightmare. Shiitake actually kind of fended it off while the rest of us went down. In fact, Roach actually fell down the hatch, if I remember correctly. And then we all got down to the bottom.
Efficiently descended was what he did.
Efficiently descended. And we ended up at the bottom of the shaft. Darkness all around us, and we had not yet defined what we were going to see. So we're going to start by defining that. But I really quickly wanted to do this because we hadn't actually done one thing we should have, which was making progress on our delve, because we've actually gone through a couple of rooms and we have a formidable delve happening. So since we've gone through a couple of rooms, I just marked off 2 boxes towards our delve. Otherwise we'll never make it through this thing. So kind of like 1 room, 1 box, unless for some reason we think it shouldn't be, or if we think it should be more than 1 box for reasons. You know, whatever we decide. So that's where we're at right now. So to start things off, Oh, and I'll just kind of mention this, and maybe we can each describe what our characters are at this point. So, Roach, who is a child and kind of sticks by the side of Karl for the most part, is becoming more and more frayed and frazzled by this deep descent below ground, which has been pretty traumatic. An experience with all these horrors that we've run into. And it's certain, like, I'll say this, when he like falls to the bottom of the ground, when Karl, who I believe had actually a strong hit in descending. So I imagine Karl kind of like lands down on his feet, like at the bottom. Roach would typically not show this kind of weakness, but he kind of sidles up next to Karl, almost like a child would to a parent. Protective. That doesn't mean he doesn't have his hand on his ragged, jagged, rusty metal short sword knife thing that he carries around with him. But he does sort of fall back a little bit into that vulnerable child state a bit. And I'll pass it on to whoever wants. Maybe we'll go over to you, Amanda, and what's Karl up to as we're in this space?
Well, Karl is still the stereotypical Labrador. Lovable and kind of dim, though he himself has been a little frazzled as well with all of this. Doesn't really like the dark, and there's an awful lot of dark around here. And so even as much as he goes and he swoops up Roach into a hug, it's almost as much like he's taking comfort as giving comfort. But he's still got his spear at the ready, and he's ready to stick Roach behind him and put himself in between whatever horrible thing is about to come and eat them next.
Aww.
Because, yeah. Lab.
Why don't we go to Dollywood next? Because I believe Dollywood was next down the hatch, and I don't think Dollywood had actually gotten all the way down to the bottom when we quit. And I know Shiitake was sort of last because Shiitake had been using to kind of fend.
Karl had a stick, a glowy stick.
Mm-hmm. And I gave it to you so that you could tie your knife on it. Yeah.
I put the knife from my old rifle spear onto it.
I forgot about the glowing stick.
Yeah. My stick was useful.
It was.
Well, Dollywood is still fueled by the raging fire of the Lady of Radiance and is confident in being able to see their way through these terrors. And I would say so far the Lady of Radiance has protected her beloved acolyte. At least that's what Dollywood says. She's doing all right because of her faith. And would therefore descend into the tube sandwiched between her fellow companions with relative glee that she is not at the head this time.
We'll fix that.
I'm sure everything is going to go just fine.
So we need to delve the depths. Go ahead with Shiitake. I assume that Dollywood will be bringing the lights, and she is the follower of the Lady of Light, a Lady of Radiance. But go ahead, yeah, Shiitake.
So Shiitake shimmers the rest of her way down. She's still pretty shaken from the whole experience with the creature in the mess hall, and then the fending off the creature up above. So her spirit is not in great shape right now. So she kind of gets down to the bottom and sort of takes a step away from everyone and is just kind of holding the kind of like the kind of like leaning her head against the spear and just trying to like just like steady her breathing and kind of get herself centered.
Does Dollywood have a light source right now?
I think Dollywood is a light source, isn't she?
I know one of her arms like turns into a light or something like that. She has a mechanical arm or a
flame
clockwork arm.
Yeah, a flame.
How much light does that stick that I have give off?
I rubbed it in the glowing slime ooze, so...
So probably just like enough to like make a cool...
See our faces, maybe.
Cool glowing light around my face as I'm doing this thing. See, I was making
maybe like
a dramatic pose and I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Make it even scarier looking than it doesn't actually illuminate anything. It just makes it more scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we've got... I suggest that we delve the depths first.
I suggest
and then we can home. And so since you have the light, Dollywood, why don't you go ahead and delve the depths? Now, if your observation, intuition, or expertise, I would say, is probably what you're doing right now. So maybe plus wits.
Well, Dollywood was sandwiched between other people, so screw you, Rob. Okay, so delving. What did you say? You said wits. I think wits is great.
Yeah, that's what it. I mean, it's either with haste, with stealth or trickery, or with observation, intuition, or expertise. But since we're already down here, and you express that you have confidence that the Lady of Radiance has protected you, I assume you're not like frantically going like this with your flame hand.
Yeah, no, not yet. All right, so D6 to see what kind of hit I get, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 6. I can't remember. Is that bad?
And then you roll the 2d10.
Yeah.
I got a 1 and double zeros.
So a 1 and a 10. So you got a weak hit then. So roll in the following table according to your stat.
I don't know that was a 10, Rob, because I have a 10 on here.
That's a 1.
Okay.
So right. Roll a d100 again.
So dark. 79.
Choose one. Mark progress or find an opportunity.
Find an opportunity.
Okay. Roll on the following table. If you're making this move as a result of a strong hit on Delve the Depths, or you didn't get a strong hit, you may pick instead of rolling, then choose one. Well, we'll see what happens here, but go ahead and roll another one more percentile.
67.
A clue offers insight or direction. All right, so let's just keep that in mind. That's going to be something that happens in this right now. But I think we should go ahead and we have to roll features of the landscape that we can use to start to define this. So why don't we each roll a percentile here, and we'll go through all of those really quickly, and I'll just kind of read them out.
I got a 43.
Call them out, and
I got a 5.
I got a 100.
Whoa!
Okay, that's awesome.
I'm glad that wasn't my difficulty roll, because that'd have been right where I left off.
Okay, so it's explore. The action is explore. The theme is battle. The feature is you transition into a new domain. So it's going to be something else underneath here, which complicates matters because I don't have the domain cards in front of me, but we're going to have to figure that out. It's so rare that it happens that I just didn't even bother having that out here. Let's see here.
Okay, I now have the delve cards up.
Oh, okay, good. So do you want to look at some domains there and see what you think? I mean, we could do what makes sense based on what we've got so far.
Okay. We were on corrupted, is that right? So we want to... No, we were on
toxic, which is corrupted, but it's...
Right.
I altered it slightly for toxic. That's the theme, but the domain is a near future stronghold.
God, I see. Yes. Barrow domain. Okay, Barrow cavern, frozen cavern. That doesn't make sense. Ice reach. No. Mine is kind of obvious. Pass.
On a vein of coal.
Yeah. Ruin. Sea cave doesn't really work. Shadowfen, stronghold, Tanglewood, Underkeep also seems kind of obvious.
An age-old subterranean dungeon.
I like Tanglewood. Maybe there's like an underground like weird forest of weird underground.
I like that. I like it too. Yeah, right. I think that feels good to me. That feels really good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, well then I'll use my number as the feature then, and I got a 55, so an overgrown path. So we have a explore, battle, an overgrown path, and an underground Tanglewood now. And technically speaking, Gretchen, you have narrative control. If you want to start off with...
No, I don't want to start off.
Well, let's just... Yeah, whoever wants to kind of take the lead on that then. While I...
Someone make their brain
adjust my whole map here. Because we have to,
Go for it, Ben.
Yeah, I'd say so. We're in a... kind of underground kind of clearing, but it looks like it's in the ground underneath us is pretty uneven, and it's been actually clear cut, so we can see little stumps of roots kind of sticking up out of the ground, and out in each direction is instead of walls of a cavern, there's just these tangles of roots. They're kind of all stretching out from the wall, and there's one of the features was battle, right?
Yep.
So I'd say we kind of see more of the dead soldiers that we saw above. They're kind of clustered around a little. Looks to be some kind of the remnants of a little encampment, and we also see the we see that some of the bodies among them are have it's like a body, but it's got some kind of root or plant coming out of every orifice. And they've been they look like they've been shot or stabbed long ago, but it looks like they were kind of something had grown inside them. It looks like.
Ew.
But what Gretchen had was, what did you roll for your
47?
Do you remember what we got? Because it was some special thing, right?
A clue for
an opportunity.
Yeah,
for
an
new
opportunity,
direction.
something showing the way.
A clue offers insight
or
direction.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's interesting though, because insight or direction, that implies to me that we're finding some insight into what is causing the bubbling up of this chemical to me.
So maybe there's like some fog or vapor along the upper areas that smells the same as the bubbly goo.
What about like maybe some like, well, you were saying, Ben, like these things growing out of the body. Yeah. Maybe there's like these kind of like pods that are putting out like a little bit of that stuff. Like there's maybe the same smell. Maybe it's not quite like the same level, but maybe there's some sort of like, I don't know, something that makes us feel like it's related somehow. I don't know. I want to go further down that pathway, but I don't really know how to do it.
Maybe
I feel like the plant should have some connection to it. Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe there's like,
maybe they share a color scheme.
What was the vegetation up on the surface like? Wasn't there something weird about that?
Yeah, by the vents, it was like they were like monstrous and almost like psychedelic colors and stuff like that, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we see like veins of that or something, and some of the some of the roots coming through are like sprouting like things like that on them.
Yeah.
Or if maybe on like the so like there's all like kind of like the tangle of vegetation around, but what if like on like kind of like this up on the ceiling above there's like really big like kind of thick roots that are running along, and they have like the they're kind of blooming with that kind of stuff, and we can see them like stretching off in various directions.
What if like as we're there and we're and Dollywood is like putting the light around, like we're seeing like these like flickers every now and then, but we just kind of assume it's light in the shadows. But then as we acclimate, we realize that these like roots are like pulsing a little bit, almost like heartbeat kind of thing. Like there's something like, you know what I mean? Like, a living, like a more than just like a plant life, but like something
connected.
More.
Yeah.
Connected to something.
I like it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I guess the passage continues on, right? I mean, I'm gonna say that Roach is kind of like he was kind of bunched up, but pushes Karl a little bit and says, "Don't stand so close to me," as if it was Karl who stood too close to Roach and not the other way around. And he kind of, his shoulders relax a little bit, and he said, and I mean, I know this is like really scary and stuff, but it's also kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's like no monsters or anything like that. I mean, maybe we should take like a little break or something.
There's no monsters yet.
Well, there's whatever's left of that camp right over there.
Oh yes, that looks like a great place that we could stay, that nothing bad could possibly happen. Yeah, let's go sleep there. Or at least make camp there.
Or perhaps to look on the bright side, what was going to happen has already happened and therefore will not happen to us because we are the chosen. Or at least I am. And you're with me, so of course the lady will protect you.
Good point. We all sleep real close to Dollywood.
I mean, you know all about plants and stuff, Shiitake. I mean, does this stuff seem safe? I mean, if it seems like safe, maybe we should camp here. Because I could use a little rest.
Camp is good.
Well, it
I like camp.
Doesn't look like it poses a threat. I haven't really seen anything like this before, but I don't ever seen anything quite like it, but it doesn't seem dangerous. As long as we don't disturb it.
Dollywood glances at the pulsing roots and just glances over at Shiitake, but doesn't say anything. Like, oh yeah, sure, it's perfectly safe. This is fine.
So we're all going to resolve to not poke any of the roots with giant sticks.
That would be a good idea.
Right. I have those sometimes.
Well, I'm going to look around, see if we can find anything here, see if it's safe.
Awesome.
Maybe don't go off by yourself.
Yeah, maybe we go in pairs?
All right, come on, Karl.
Okay. Herp-a-derp. Follow the skull.
I like pick up like a broken dried root and like hold it up to your flame hand.
Well,
that'll do.
Dollywood has an accent. Dolly kind of glances at Roach with a squint to her eye.
Lady of Radiance provides.
Yay!
She sure does. She sure does.
I'm gonna try to gather information, see if I can find anything.
Now light your way with safety and
Yeah.
Fire!
that you should be protected.
Safety's my middle name.
Really? I didn't have a middle name.
So says all those wounds all over your body. I'm sure you're just fine.
All right, that's a strong hit.
Ooh!
Ooh.
All right, search an area, ask questions, or conduct an investigation to follow track roll plus wits. If you strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific.
Yay!
Path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is clear. Envision what you learn. Ask the oracle if unsure, and take +2 momentum.
Yay!
All right. Somehow my momentum is actually 10 right now.
Wow.
I mean,
Go
it just became 10.
Still.
Oh.
Well, mine's at 7, so.
Yeah, mine's a 7.
I haven't used it, I guess, yet.
Mm-mm. Right. So you found something helpful and specific. Awesome.
Yeah, so so I go over to near where like the bodies, like there's a bunch of the bodies like by the camp, and I start kind of like pushing stuff around, moving stuff around the camp. I mean, the camp is ancient, I'm gonna say, but the bodies I want to say are like more they do have some of that like the plant life growing out of them, but not like the crystals and stuff. It doesn't seem like they have that kind of toxic infestation so much. And like amongst that stuff, there is one of those, what was it, was it a glowworm? What do we call it? Those,
I think it was a glowworm.
what did we call it? Glowworm? Yeah, the giant worms that we were fighting. The glowy. We call them the glowy. There's one of these glowy, like there's a corpse of a glowy.
Nice.
It's like kind of like wrapped around. You can just see it's like, it's shell, like its old shell. It's like old there. It's all dry and like it kind of looks like a discarded like what are those, like sand crabs? Like there's just like this shell. So it doesn't have any of the glowing or anything. It's just this twisting carapace. But it's like covered in, like, you can see that it's like got gashes on it and some like holes, like it was shot. And it seems pretty clear as Roach is looking at it that these people were killed by this creature, and also they killed the creature.
Nice.
He says,
Mutual destruction.
I think this is a pretty good place to camp, actually. And he like kind of picks up the head of the glowy. There's like just some, and like kind of some pieces sort of fall off of it a bit. I think this was the thing that did him in.
That looks good.
Well, hopefully there are no more of them around.
Well, maybe if we sleep inside the sections of carapace, then even if there are some more ones around, then they won't notice us.
Well, now that is an idea.
I had one.
Good job, Karl. Good job.
Yeah, you go ahead and sleep inside the monster. Keep us safe. Maybe you can make some armor out of it, Karl. Like a helmet. Maybe you should put the carapace over your entire head.
That sounds like a good plan. I head for the head end and see if I can figure out a way to stick it on my head.
I mean, we are post-apocalyptic. I mean, I think I could imagine actually fashioning a pretty solid helmet out of this.
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'm up for staying here for a little while. I think it's as safe as it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly safer than any other place we've come across, so... And that hatch is closed, so hopefully whatever that thing was up there isn't going to be coming down after us.
Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, Roach, like, shudders, like, as he's brought back to that memory.
Let's not say we did. Because
I took spirit damage from that, so I imagine that's like gonna haunt his dreams.
A side glance from Dolly, just kind of checking out her shoulder also to make sure no spiders were still attached. You gotta maintain your cool though. Everything's fine.
Right.
It's so hard to fall back into this mutual story driven. Like I keep wanting to ask my GM questions. Like, what does this look like? What are we doing? Can I do this? I can do anything I want.
I'm gonna start dragging pieces of monster carapace around to make like a big circle of monster parts, so that we can sleep inside the circle.
I want to take a closer look at these guys that have the roots and stuff coming out of them.
I mean, you can gather information as well. I was going to suggest maybe Karl makes camp. It seems like that's a thing that he does. He gathered wood before.
And Dolly was paired with Shiitake, so she will stay with her, as was the original plan.
Remember, you can always aid an ally too. So, like, you can help Shiitake.
Bring that light over here.
So aid an ally is secure an advantage, but it's for someone else. So I might suggest doing that.
Yeah, well, then I would absolutely aid Shiitake, not just with light, but however she needs it. And also, she will continue to work on that relationship with her. So, if Shiitake gets her ass whipped again, maybe, what is it? There's like the medical or healing. You could assist through a relationship bond or something.
Bonded. Yeah, when you're bonded.
Go. Yeah. So
secure an advantage, Gretchen, is a move.
All right.
That you'll do before Ben goes. And please stop me at any point, you guys, if I'm being over the top with explaining things. Again, we haven't played in a while, so I'm offering
dude, you're good.
unsolicited advice on what to roll.
Very helpful.
Okay, but just
I
if it
roll
gets
up
annoying,
to this
just tell me.
game like I'm a toddler and I have a 14-minute attention span and have totally forgotten everything every 14 minutes. So we're good. Keep explaining. Okay, so I need to do a D6 and then a percentage, correct?
D6 and 2D10s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not percentage though.
Okay, so I did 2, and then 3, and I guess a double zeros again. So 1, 10. But there's a 10 on this dice. I'm confused.
The 10
by
is
that.
a 1 though, because it's the one.
Okay.
It's the 10's place on the
Why don't
hundreds.
you just leave the 10?
Some people do, but I don't know. It's
But
wrong.
it's wrong.
Damn it, Rob.
But so if you read the move, secure an advantage, and I'm gonna have to give you a cheat sheet here, but
Yes, please.
it depends on what you want to, how you're helping Shiitake. So with speed, agility, or precision, it's plus edge. With charm, loyalty, or courage, it's plus heart. It might be loyalty because you're trying to, so it might be plus heart. That
I
might
think
make
it'd
some
be
sense.
Plus heart.
Because you're doing it to help forge that bond. You're basically trying to cozy up to the person who can heal you if you get hurt. So that's kind of like trying to forge the bond, right?
Yeah, but I'm also trying to be able to help her.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can try to help somebody, but for your own reasons. I mean, like,
true.
you know what I mean? So,
And they're all possible converts, so.
aggressive action, forceful defense, strength, or endurance. It's not that, obviously.
Yeah, no, it'd be
Deception,
loyalty,
stealth, tricking,
so-
no.
You
Yep.
do plus heart.
Yep. And so you rolled a 2,
Yes.
and then your heart is, I believe it's a
2.
2. So you have a 4. So that 4 beats your 3, but does not beat your 10. So that's a weak hit.
Okay.
Which means that you give
Wait,
a
what was
plus
the?
1,
Wait, what was the D6 result?
2,
And what were the D10 results?
3, and a 10.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have you give Shiitake plus 1 momentum.
Okay.
Yay!
I'm helping
You
a little
are.
bit. Just a little bit.
And you said you made camp well.
I made camp real good.
Maybe we'll let Shiitake do the thing first, but we're all gonna get
do
good stuff.
Do Shiitake's thing. Oh, the Shiitake thing. Oh, I said it.
Okay.
Usually I can't say it.
We
Cool.
gather information. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh God, Ben's about to roll.
Mm-hmm. More to the point, Ben just taunted fate.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I got a strong hit.
Ooh.
All right.
So discover something helpful and specific. What did I discover? I want to roll on I want to ask the Oracle.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are some good oracles for this, I think.
Let's see. Oh. Oh, okay. That's not as exciting as I thought it would be.
Do action or themes, but you could also use the delve oracles, and let's see. You could find an opportunity. I mean, I wouldn't mind rolling on the delve find an opportunity table and see what it comes up as in terms of an oracle.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I find something out about this stuff that's growing in the person, but
Why don't you do that then?
Yeah, sure.
okay.
I like that idea.
That sounds like making progress to me.
Yeah. Is it a percentile roll?
Yeah, so you'd probably want to do like an action or theme oracle or both, and then decide from that like what you think. When you roll action or theme oracles, it recommends you look at both. So like if you roll, for example, you roll a 68, you could look at 68 or 86 and see which one you want to use better to give you the better inspiration for yourself.
Yeah.
So you roll it twice.
Let me get my other different color D10 here. Let's see what I got. All right. So what's so a 29.
29 is hold, and 92 is distract. And roll again for the theme and see what you get, because sometimes the combination of words is interesting as well.
56.
56 is advantage, but 65 is dream.
Ooh. So maybe hold an advantage or a distracting dream.
Yeah, distracting dream. Something about the dream I kind of find fascinating.
It's just
Yeah,
kids.
so I'm gonna say there's like a, I find there's a like a mushroom kind of blooming in it or growing like kind of off the root. It looks a little bit like a hallucinogenic mushroom that I've seen before, but it's a little bit different. So it looks like it's probably a little more potent than that. So I'm going to go ahead and pluck that and put that in my little satchel.
Ooh, I like it.
I like it.
Save that.
That's cool.
Save that bad boy for later.
So, Amanda, why don't you explain to everybody what we get for making a strong camp?
All right.
Making camp strongly, because we're all going to be benefiting from this.
Yeah, I made good camp. Yay! Everybody gets to choose 2 of the following. And I'm curious as to whether we can choose the same thing more than once. Because we can recuperate, which is take +1 health for you and any companions. Partake, suffer -1 supply and take +1 health for you and any companions. Relax, take +1 spirit. Focus, take +1 momentum. And prepared, when you break camp, add +1 if you undertake a journey. Which it seems logical that we would undertake a journey once we broke camp, because we really don't want to stay here.
Nah.
I will be taking the spirit benefit.
Definitely that, yes, but we each get to take 2, and I'm wondering, can we take the same thing twice?
I think you can only take each. You can only choose each one once, but we could each take the same one. So, like, we could all take recuperate, and we would essentially heal 4. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't just the person who took it heal just the one?
You're saying more than one person.
If everybody took it, we would all get 1 for ourselves and 1 for our companions. So if we all took it, we would all get 4 back total.
Oh.
If we each took it as one of our 2 choices. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think each of us as an individual can take the same one twice.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I thought when it said companions, that was talking about how the assets that we had companion assets that were like NPC followers.
Oh, I bet you that's what it is.
I like your interpretation better.
Yeah,
Me
but
too.
your interpretation's probably right.
I like yours.
Oh my god, we've been doing that wrong. Because you know what? None of us have companions in the other game I've been playing, so we've never thought about it as companions. We were thinking of it as fellow players, but you're right. Yeah, well, trust me, it hasn't exactly proven to be an easy campaign. The other game we're playing in, it's been so hard.
Oh.
Yeah, we just came upon an elven death cult that's summoning a super giant in the forest right now. It's
like you do.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right, Amanda,
Darn.
about that.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, one of us is going to lead us out of here ultimately. So, I mean, obviously that person should undertake a journey. I do not have any need for anything other than the spirit. And I'm highly debilitated in that way.
Yeah.
How did you get health? What do you do if you get health? Is there one for health too?
Yep.
All right.
Take +1 health for you and any of your companions.
Yes.
Yep. I will do that.
Straight up. There's actually 2 for health. The other one you have to sacrifice the supply though for. But that's fine. I mean, we have a 5 supply right now. So if anybody wants to burn a supply or 2 to get health.
I have no objection, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it either. But if you do, Shiitake, take it. It's fine.
Yeah, go
let's
for
burn
it.
Let's burn a supply.
Sure.
No, I don't need to burn supply. I only had the wait. There was one you could take that didn't burn supply, right?
Right.
Yeah, I only needed 1 health.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can take 1 health for you and your companions, -1 supply and 1 health, 1 spirit, 1 momentum, and you can also, when you break camp and undertake a journey, you get a +1 to that roll. So I assume somebody's going to lead us out of here. So far, we've basically been following Shiitake and Dollywood. It's not going to be Roach who's going to lead the way. Well,
Roach is cocky.
I think Roach is going to lead the way out. I think once he's feeling so much better from all of this, like things went so well, and he's a kid, you know, like kids are so up, like the whims of like what is happening in the world, positive or negative. So he's feeling really good. So I'm going to say like, yeah, I'm going to take that.
Okay.
And then if you don't mind, and then the next morning, like he's like, come on, guys, come on, let's go. It's time to go. He's like got all of his stuff on, and he's got like a couple of like finger bones hanging in a necklace around his neck, and like he's been doing stuff like all morning.
Well, Dollywood ensures that she has time to pray to the Lady of Radiance.
Oh, he's so bored when you're praying to the Lady of Radiance.
But Dollywood is very used to bored Roach.
You keep hearing him. He's like,
the soundtrack of her life.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the time while she's praying to work some more on my glowy helmet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that we should actually take another progress towards this.
Yeah.
Through finding a way through the strongholds, because I think we've been doing I think we did so well on this particular stop. Like we had so many successes and stuff that I think we kind of deserve to take another. So we're three marks, or we've blocked off 3 boxes so far.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to bleed us out. This is not a good idea because I only have a 1 wits, but I do get +1. Let's see let me look at my, do I have any? Oh, wait, I do have a companion. I forgot my giant spider named Grims.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a
I
rat.
thought it was a rat.
Yeah, it was a
It's
rat.
a rat.
Oh, that's right. It just counts as a giant spider because I couldn't write. There's no rat option. Grimm's my mutant rat.
Gotcha.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to secure an advantage for myself before we go out by sending my rat out to scout,
Awesome.
which I can actually do. I forgot about that.
Cool.
I totally forgot about Grims. Poor Grims.
Poor Grim.
That's what happens when you
Poor
don't play
Grims.
for so long.
Yeah.
Let's see. Secure advantage by sending your spider or your giant mutant rat to scout a place. Add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. Okay, let me see if I can succeed. This. I'm saying I'm impatient, so I'm going to use speed, agility, and precision, which is edge. And let's see what my edge score is, a 2. And I got a +1 on that, so +3. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see this one. Okay, so that's a weak hit, and that just gives me +1 momentum, and then another +1 momentum. So I'm at 10, so I'm already maxed out. But Grims comes back, and I'm like, finally, Dollywood's finished. It's like, Grims has been down the hallway back and forth. We're ready to go. Come on. And then I just start traipsing down into the next room.
Awesome.
Okay, so it says undertake a journey, but really what it means is it's not delving the depths. It is, what is it called? Amanda, you also have this.
Yes, I do.
It is delve the depths.
Yeah, delve the depths, because, yeah.
Okay. Well, I am just +2 on that, and I am rolling d20s right now, so that's not right.
You rolling in the Necronomicon?
Gretchen made me this awesome dice
Oh, that's cool.
box like years
Nice.
ago. It is fucking so cool, man.
That is awesome.
Nice and felt inside, the whole thing. It's just
Wow.
it's just awesome.
I could never do that nowadays with a kid.
And that's a strong hit on Delve the Depths.
Yay!
So I'm doing it with haste. Oh, actually, okay, Delve the Depths is plus edge, so that's +2. So I was +3 anyway. I got a 9 and I rolled a 4 and a 2.
Nice.
So strong hit, you delve deeper, mark progress, and find an opportunity.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's awesome. You mark progress, so we're up to 4.
Yay!
And then let's see what this says here for our find an opportunity. Probably should put more light so I can actually read my dice. That's an 06. The terrain favors you, or you find a hidden path.
Ooh.
Let's see what it looks like in here. Let's roll for the feature, because I think we want to know what we're looking at here. Somebody roll me a d100.
48. Simulated.
Overgrown
Sorry, it's
path.
38. I got my aliens line wrong. I'm embarrassed.
48. I'm going to look at 84. Rocky Outcrop. I like Rocky Outcrop.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a big outpouring of those crystalline structures all in one clump.
Oh, yes. Yes, I like that. Yeah, so like, let's say like we're heading and there's like all this kind of like these veins and everything that are like all these roots. It's kind of like they're hanging down. We're having like push aside vines as we're moving through the kind of like cavern. And then suddenly it just opens up. And there's like these crystals like everywhere, like poking out. And it's like the crystals were like blue. So it's actually lighting, like it's a light. Like we don't even need the Lady of Radiance anymore. The light is
Dang.
there's like these crystals everywhere. It's a big open cavern, but maybe there's also like some features of the stronghold, like maybe some big pipes, like you could just see like big pipes going like across
the duct system.
Yeah, like the duct system. Maybe there's even like some things that might be electrical in some sort. I want to say that there's like an enclosed elevator shaft that just like kind of goes through the middle of this cavern and like goes up and down, so you see it up and you see it down. And maybe within, we can see an area where there's like a passage continues on, like a small passage, and that seems to actually be worked stone. Like it's hidden behind like crystals and stuff, but you can kind of see it like from where we are. Anybody want to add to that?
There should be a noise. Something, maybe a lapping noise.
Lapping?
Lapping? Like liquid slapping against solid off in the distance somewhere.
God, when you put it that way, it sounds horrifying.
Exactly.
A liquid slapping against solid.
What did that lake smell like? Remember when Roach jumped into that pond that was like supposed to be like an oasis and ended up being like a chemical burn?
Yeah.
Didn't it smell like something? I feel like it smelled like something too.
Roach's burning flesh?
Besides bacon, it smelled like...
It wasn't sulfur, was it?
No, I don't want to.
No.
I feel like that's always the fallback, right? Like it's got to be something else.
Yeah.
Was it like bleach or something,
maybe
or
metallic?
I don't remember.
I feel like it was metallic.
Could be, yeah. Maybe an iron or copper smell. Yeah.
Oh, I like iron.
Yeah.
We're playing Ironsworn.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's like an iron smell, but maybe it's more like clear, clean, fresh, like unadulterated. You know what I mean? Like it's like pure iron scent.
Yeah. As opposed to like rust or blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Gretch? You want to add anything to this?
Let's see. So we've hit. What about when we walk in or when we're there? There's just something about the scene, the setting, the sound of the lapping, the glow of the crystals that kind of sets the hairs on our arms on end. So there's this heightened awareness that maybe increases our group anxiety.
I'm already pretty anxious.
There's always room for more. This is what I've learned as someone who lives with anxiety on the daily. There's always room for more anxiety.
I listened to the Black Spire soundtrack earlier this week, and it made me very anxious. So, Ben, I don't know if you...
Oh, fantastic.
It made me really want a sequel, buddy. I just got to tell you. I loved that book. That was a good book. So, did you want to add anything in, Ben?
Not at the moment. Cautiously waiting to advance forward. I'm worried enough. I don't need to go making things worse yet.
So what would the Lady of Radiance say about this? You can probably turn off your hand now.
I don't believe you understand how the Lady of Radiance works. The light that is being provided by her radiance. Just because it is not in the form of fire does not mean that she is not here and having a hand in guiding our way.
But the hand's on the end of your arm.
It's a metaphor.
The proverbial hand. The hand that is.
That's a Bible thing.
Karl, just stop. All right. You just make
It's all
things
one of
go.
those once.
Just so how he reads anyway. It's fine.
I didn't say I read it. I just said I saw one once.
Yes. So clearly you did not read it. That is all right. For she loves everyone, no matter how smart or not smart they may be. We are all her children.
I'm the only child here.
Right.
In years lived, that is correct. In mental
I wonder if
aptitude.
this crystal stuff would. I wonder if this crystal stuff would glow if we broke it off. What says the Lady of Radiance about that?
Maybe let's not disturb this stuff.
I bet it makes spores.
I guess we should invest the. Is it? I forget. Was it? It's growing out of like from everywhere. It's coming in like one big clump.
I kind of feel like it's growing in several clumps.
Okay.
Maybe it's growing in clumps near where there is technology or evidence of human dwelling. So like where there are pipes, where there are
By the elevator shaft.
Yeah.
All right. I guess at the risk of something terrible happening, I want to inspect the crystals a little more closely.
Oh.
This is your thing, buddy. I mean, like, you're the one who's supposed to be inspecting stuff.
Oh, yeah. I know how
Right.
I would inspect it.
Shitaki's going to go take a closer look. Just, like, very carefully taking a look at one of the clumps. Not to, like, I'm not trying to break off a piece. I'm not trying to, like, scratch it, like, really even touch it directly. I'm just getting a closer look.
Lick it.
I just want to be super clear about my intention.
Lick it.
Why don't you
Everything's
lick
better
it?
when you lick it.
Why don't you lick it, Karl? I think you should lick it and roll a secure and advantage. And if things go well, it actually helps some way. But if things go poorly, then things will go poorly. I think that would be amazing.
I'm gonna lick it.
Oh, God.
Why don't you run real quick while
And Ben, do your thing while I figure that out. Yes.
Well, you have to roll the advantage before. Well, it doesn't matter.
Oh, right. Yes, I will secure a thing.
That's got to be plus heart, right?
Oh, it's got to be
Courage.
hard. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be a total of 5 on the D6, and that's a weak hit. Well, that's much better than a miss. So on a weak hit, take 1 momentum.
I mean, I guess it doesn't kill you or something like that. So at least Shiitake knows now that it, like, direct contact with an orifice like the tongue, the mouth, is not going to kill you. So that's why it gets momentum, although we already have a 10. I have a 10 as well.
Yeah. Then I
would not have done that. So I'm going to take a closer look, and I got a strong hit. I got a really strong hit.
Like a critical?
Wait, what's a critical again? I forget.
If you get doubles on your dice.
No, I was super close.
Okay.
Super close. Visual alert and take +2 momentum. Ooh, I didn't see that part. Wow, I'm at like 10 momentum now.
Nice.
So I take a closer look at these crystals and realize that they're not actually crystalline. They're not actually like natural crystals. They are some kind of like a like a mechanical synthetic thing, and they look like little like hardened because like if I look real close I can see like the hints of a geometric pattern in them that is perfect, and it looks like they are tiny like crystallized like nano bits, like nano machines.
Ooh,
that have coalesced into these crystals.
Oh, I like that. I think we should take some progress on our quest to discover what is happening with the steam vents, because I feel like we figured some stuff. We found some stuff. We don't know yet, but I feel like we should take some progress on that. Do you guys agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're agreeing upon, but yes.
Just that we should.
I just looked at I don't know if you heard this. I just looked at the crystals. Well, Karl licked the crystals and found that they were not poisonous.
Yet.
But I looked closely at them, and they're actually not like a natural crystal formation. They're like crystallized nanite bots that have like coalesced together and like fused to one another.
Love it.
Nice.
So they're still like giving off like that faint glow they're giving off looks like some kind of like tiny like power cell or something that's glowing inside them.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Awesome.
I love that. I think this can take us down a neat direction. I love
Yeah.
that. Well, you really know that, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share that with everyone. It's like, come look at this. These aren't crystals at all. Look at this. I kind of look and point out. So like, that's not a natural formation. It's some kind of mechanical thing. Why it's growing out of the technological parts.
Now that is fascinating.
Doesn't
But
taste like
still
chicken.
part of the Lady of Radiance's plan.
Might also be why it was growing out of the people upstairs.
Gives me the willies a little bit. I don't really like it. Looks pretty, but I don't really like being near it.
Because people are made out of electricity?
Well, whatever it is, it was.
People are made out of electricity?
It
I
was
think
fused
that's
to the
what
people
Mushroom Fairy said.
I don't get it. So does that mean, are we allowed to break some off or not?
Let's definitely not break any off.
Okay. Well, that was a boring answer.
Didn't taste very
I mean,
good.
Karl licked it and nothing happened to him. Well, nothing that's obvious.
I mean, that is, yes, that remains to be seen.
Did you get a little shock at all when you licked it?
It kind of made a bzzz on the, but yeah, that could have just been me.
Oh, really? All right, I lick it.
Oh, God. Oh, I think he should have to do something. There's got to be a rule there somewhere.
Face
Oh, yeah.
danger?
I think probably facing danger.
Yeah, so if you would have told him about the hallucinogenic mushroom that you found, he would have already tried to steal it.
Dollywood's gonna turn her back because has such a what the fuck look on her face.
I know.
that she
I'm trying to
just
play the
cannot-
whole kid, like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like they're like, feel like they're invincible.
And under her breath, how do children survive? I just do not understand.
You know Lincoln would do this.
That's why we have
Yeah.
lots of them.
Yeah.
I told him don't drink the water that came out of the soap container. And he did. And the look on his face is just
That's going to be a miss.
Sometimes experience is the best teacher.
yeah, I told
Yeah,
him,
but I mean, I
said,
do have a
"Don't do
ton of
it."
momentum, so I think I would burn my momentum here, actually. Just because I just want to be like, "Zzz." Seems fine to me. I feel pretty good, actually.
Hmm. Well, all right.
I have to reset my momentum, but I do get +1. I'm just saying, what is it? Fortune favors the stupid? Is that the expression?
Yeah.
I do believe it has changed to that at some point.
And this sign can't
In the
stop
last
me because
4
I can't
minutes.
read.
I mean, the line between boldness and stupidity is very, very thin at times.
And I could be a pilot.
Often dependent upon the outcome.
All I hear is a lot of big words, and Karl and I are doing all the work.
Right.
Well, I see a hole over there.
Is he pointing to the elevator shaft or the path
secret
towards
passage?
the
The secret passage. I imagine, I was kind of thinking we couldn't get in the shaft, like it's an enclosed shaft, like it's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like we just see this like block
Mhm.
of like cement, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of like coming right through the middle of the cement and steel. Don't listen to them, Grims. Now you go over and check that out, see if there's anything over there. I start skipping over there behind him.
I go with Spear at the ready.
It went really well, so now I think every time I go into a new room, it's going to go really well.
Right. That's as it should be.
I suppose we are following the child.
All right, so Grant, I got a strong hit on the secured advantage with Grims. Choose one, make another move now, and take +1. Or prepare to act and take +2 momentum. I'll take a +1 on the move, and I'm moving with haste. So I'm delving the depths again.
Bird.
And I am +3. I'm literally skipping into the room right now, following Grims. And I might have been a little overconfident. That is a 9 and a 6 on the challenge dice, and a 1 on the action die. So that is a miss.
Oh boy.
Rifle overconfident.
Well, we haven't had as many challenges this session, so
Things
We're
were going so well.
I know, right? All right, so on a miss, reveal a danger. So let's see here. Roll a d100. And let's see here. That is a 38. Check the domain card for the danger.
Uh-oh.
Do you have the domain card in front of you, Amanda? I got
Yes,
so many things open in front of me.
I do. Domain card, danger, 38 you said.
Yeah.
Trap or snare?
A trap or snare? Ooh,
Yeah.
a trap. Should we roll a theme, Oracle, for the trap?
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Let's see what comes up. 62. Family. I'm going to say the trap hits Grims.
Oh,
Oh.
It's got to be, right?
poor rat.
That's the only one he thinks of as family. Karl is kind of like a dumb uncle, but
I'll take it.
I love Karl. Roach does love Karl, but he thinks he's the dumb uncle. All right, so I'm going to say that there's like an old snare that the people that were like trapped down here afterwards had set up to try to capture whatever like rats and small animals might live down here so that they could like survive and eat once like the food had started to run out. And Grims. So we just hear up ahead like this screeching sound.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know where you guys are, but
I'm
rushing
right behind
up.
you.
Yeah, maybe as our light moves towards him, we see Grimm's like swinging in a noose, just like from the ceiling in this old thing. But let's define the room though now too, because we haven't defined the room yet.
Yeah.
So features. Somebody want to roll a D100?
54.
Woohoo.
That's boring.
45.
Oh, it's still the same. It's overgrown path.
9.
Okay. Pre-apocalypse signs or symbols. So we said that this was a room with I want to say it's like an engine room. What do you guys think about that?
I like it.
Ooh, okay.
So, kind of traversing down here. Yeah, like an engine room. I want to say like the cabinetry, like the cabinets like that would hold the electrical. There's like wires are like pulled out everywhere. There's got to be crystals like growing all over this stuff. And we can explore this together, and so I'm not going to define it, but I'm just going to say engine room, and we just see Grimm's is like hanging from like the doorway.
What if there's like a what if like the room's like there's like a it's like a room that kind of overlooks like kind of like a larger opening, and there's like a bunch of turbines in there, like kind of big turbines that are controlled from this engine room.
Like the engine room part's like on a mezzanine.
Yeah, and there's like an old
underneath. Yeah,
there's like an old control panel in front with like some lights that are still blinking on it.
I like it.
And we can see there's like crystal that's grown up around the control panel, and can even see like glints of it down in the on like all the machinery that's like running down in the engine deeper in the engine room.
I forgot to continue the map. That's great. Yeah, I have been keeping the map. It's not a map. It's like a plan for how I
would say Gary Gygax would be so proud of you.
I know. So we'll say it's engine room and then with turbines. And they're just like square boxes, and they're not really, doesn't really say much. It just kind of keeps everything oriented. I have to actually see what happens when your companion gets hurt. So if you all want to describe more or do anything else while
I want to go potty.
Bio break?
Yes, please.
I mean, we're almost done with the end of the session, and we're getting close. But I mean, 20 more. We'll take a bio break while I figure this out. Maybe we'll just
bio break.
Quick bio break. All right.
You got ahead of the game by taking the bio break early.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. decided I need to start drinking more water again, because I was drinking a good amount of water early on when we had Lincoln, but when he got old enough to start taking all of my water bottles and doing all of these horrible things to the liquid inside, I just kind of gave up. So I feel like I've been living as like a dried up raisin for 2 years.
Yeah, happens.
But he's worth it. I love him.
He is very cute.
I'm so fucking tired. Worth it. Yeah.
Well, mine graduated high school last month, so
that's exciting.
They do get through eventually. Of course, then you just move to a different phase. So
Yeah. I'm certainly. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how each phase goes. He's just so sweet, and I know at some point he's going to hit that rebellious teenage.
I don't know, maybe not.
How did yours go?
Mine was like pretty rebellious when he was younger. So like by the time he hit middle school, it was just like whatever. You're like just how you are. Like
nice.
It's not even different. But he mellowed out in high school.
We'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, he surprises me every day. So
yeah, we've noticed that it has a lot, like, he's just so ruled by his circumstances. So like if he's not feeling well or hasn't slept well, or like he's teething or something like that, he can't.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean he's unhappy all day, but he can't navigate those. Like he can't, like if we have a headache, we can still have a good day.
He doesn't have the coping mechanisms.
Right. So like yesterday, he didn't sleep.
Is he 3 yet?
2.5.
Yeah.
2 and 7 months.
Okay. Yeah. He doesn't have the
Yeah. He
feels all these feelings and all these like sensations, and there's just no.
Yeah, he's just like a little caveman.
There's nothing they can do,
Yeah, he like yesterday, not last night, but the night before, he slept horribly. It was the worst night of sleep that he's had that we can remember. It was like went to bed at 10, woke up, would not go to bed until 10, woke up 15 times. It was like he was up all night long, kept us up all night, got up at 5:30 a.m. Like he finally was like not even gonna try to go back to sleep.
And then we're headed to school, and he's like, I'm tired. Yeah,
we know you're tired. But so like he goes to school, whatever. At school, he has an accident. He bites a kid.
His best friend. He bit his best friend.
He bites his best friend. So then like later, he's like, he takes his nap, and he's like, he wants his best friend to come over. So we're like, okay, well, yeah, sure, we'll invite her over. First 5 minutes were great. The next hour was literally the hardest hour I have ever had with this child. He was a nightmare. I mean, he was just like grabbing toys and throwing food and screaming, and like they were like hitting each other because like apparently
that's the worst when there's a friend over and they're like, and it's like the dynamic is just bad. Like it's so terrible.
Yeah,
and they're really great together. I mean, normally they're like, like. We don't force any sort of friendships. We like their parents, but they're like her parents, but they're not. It's just the way that they're just friends.
And
they get along really well.
She's teething her molars and hadn't slept well, so it's like it was a powder keg. It was
like so she literally hit him, slapped him in the face. He hit her, took her food. Like it was just like it was the night we had to actually have her come and pick up her daughter early.
Yeah.
To separate them. I had to take Lincoln into the bedroom.
Your living room turned into Thunderdome.
It was the Thunderdome.
It did. It was crazy because Rob calls me and he's like, this is, roughly, this has been a nightmare. I really need your help. And I come in and I'm like, yeah, 2 parents can handle this. This will be fine. Oh my God.
The only way 2 parents handled it was I went into the bedroom with Lincoln and closed the door in the dark and watched a video with him.
Yeah.
and Gretchen went and played with a little girl until the parents came. That was the only way we could do it.
Basically, she had a mini stroller, and I just kept walking her around the kitchen island to wear her out her mom.
It was just one of those days. And then today, back to being best friends. He slept in, he got sleep, and he was like a charming little guy. We went and got haircuts today. He was really well behaved. It was like everything. It was a perfect day. It was just like, I mean, you know it, Ben. You know how this is. Anyway, we're back. So there's actually a companion endure harm roll. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that. It's plus heart or your companion's health. His health is currently 4. Actually, he takes the damage first, which is just 1, because it's just a trap. Oh wait, no, it's a troublesome. Does it mean that that's a 3 damage? Because it's a hard troublesome.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Dude, this is hard.
Poor Vat.
I know. And that's not a good roll.
Oh.
Oh no. Never mind. That's a really good roll.
Oh good.
Sorry. Yeah,
I always feel worse for the imaginary creatures than I do for the imaginary
my
people.
Little rat. I rolled a 1 and a 3 on the challenge dice, and I rolled a 5 on my action die. So it's a strong hit. Your companion rallies. Give them 1 health.
Yay!
So he's like struggling around, but he uses his big like chompers and it's just to twist around and bites off the thing that's holding him by his neck. And Grimm drops to the ground, screeching, and scurries back into Roach's waiting arms. He's looking like terrified, and he just jumps up into his arms and he just gives him a big hug. Grimms!
Now picture this thing is like the size of a muskrat.
I know. Yeah, don't mess with Grimms.
I mean, it's a giant rat. Mutant rat. Right? Mutant rat, I don't know.
What size are we talking here? Like dog size?
I was thinking like a cat.
Okay.
Oh, that's much bigger than I thought.
Well, I mean, I think like the size of our cat Rabbit. You met Rabbit, did you, Ben? Did you come to our house? You didn't come to our house. Yeah, he's like a 6.5 pound cat. He's a small cat.
But he's adorable.
He is.
He's such a good guy. He's getting so old.
Oh.
Yeah, he's kind of frail.
Aww.
But if he was a rat,
he'd be a big ass rat. So yeah, Grimms, he jumps back into his hands, to his arms, and I want to introduce something here, guys. I want to see how you feel about this. So in the room beyond, there's like, you mentioned the turbines, and there's like some electrical things. Every now and then we're looking into the room, and I'll take on this NPC because I'm going to say my guy's carrying, working with this. But there's a flickering form, like a holographic projection, that seems to be moving from the various spaces, and there's like these, there's like this lighting flickering. It's kind of like going on and off, and it seems to be moving things around.
So it can actually manipulate its environment?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, is this like the Doctor and Voyager? Right?
I was just going to say, is it a heart rate hologram?
No, I think it should be. What if it's more of like a ghost, like a video ghost, basically, of someone who used to perform that job, and it was just a recording that just kind of keeps floating back and forth.
What if it's like that, but it's being like projected by like from different directions by like the crystals?
Ooh, I like
yeah.
that.
Sitting right down or something of like showing somebody going back and forth.
I mean, and maybe it's developed like a low grade sentience because of like the nanos that are involved and all the stuff that's happening here, and time, like the passage of time.
Yeah.
That it has like some of the sentience based on its collected data of this like scientist or this person who used to work down in this room.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's come up with a name. The post-apocalyptic name generator doesn't really work because it would be somebody named like Duster or
Yeah.
Knuckles.
Besides, this would be a pre-apocalyptic name.
Are we coming up with like a name for them or a position name? Like Bob or, Bob the Builder?
Or is it the name from the nanites have given it?
There you go.
In which case, it's
Let's call it. How about Builder?
All right.
Okay.
I like build like
Sure.
a builder.
Yeah, Builder. Does Builder see us?
Yeah, so I think like maybe it's flickering and it's like sees us walk in. It's flickering a bit. And let's roll for its disposition.
What are we rolling?
D100, and we'll also roll me, and I'm going to roll the character goal because I want to keep this secret from you so you don't know.
Ooh, 90.
Ooh.
Character disposition 90.
Uh-oh.
Threatening. Character descriptor. Somebody roll me another 100.
Turkey.
I got this.
Oh, you got it?
You got it? 74?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It looks like the shimmering, like the shifting form, which is like moving strangely. Like I imagine like if the figure attempts to move, the projectors that are projecting the light are hitting different crystals, so like it moves really weird, like it's like shifting as it's moving towards you, like seems like it's almost jumping from place to place as it's moving towards you. You are not authorized here. Leave immediately.
Where is here exactly?
It takes like a well, and we probably wouldn't know what this is, but it's essentially like a walkie. Like it takes like this black box device with like an antenna on it, and it says, it reaches up to its hand as it's like, and actually kind of stops there for a moment because it's in this like singular position. Security to the engine room. We have trespassers. Unauthorized personnel.
I'm pretty sure no one's coming. Unless there's more of you around here somewhere.
Besides, I'm not a trespasser. I just wandered in here.
That,
Since it's hostile, let's face danger. I think we should face danger. Because let's see what happens. Because it could be, maybe there is a security system.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
We haven't really defined enough of the room. There could be a security system here.
Yeah, all these fucking nanites could come to life too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Maybe the nanites can come together to do something.
Well, what am I doing? Danger. I'm using expertise, insight, or observation.
Are we all facing danger or just one?
All of us have to face danger.
Yay, because I got it good.
Just let y'all know I'm back.
Oh no. I got a weak hit for Roach, and I'm just going to take the -1 momentum because I'm just going to say that he's cowering with his pet in the background. And so Shiitake, Ben, you've missed. I'm assuming you do have a lot of momentum if you wanted to do it. How about Dollywood?
I'm sorry, I zoned out for a second there.
Face danger.
Face danger. I'm gonna roll, right?
Yeah.
A 2, and then I can't see this. A 5 and a 7.
Okay. So you also missed.
Okay. Sorry, I got a notice that our jumper cables have been returned. I got distracted by that.
Oh, okay. So it's 10 o'clock, you guys. I think we should stop right here because we just had 2 people miss on a face danger roll, which means that we're going to have to pay the price.
Oh boy.
Set the scene.
I got
Karl will be able to react well. Roach is kind of cowering. He's not going to be imminently impacted by what's happening. But Dollywood and Shiitake, the shit is about to hit the turbine. So this is a really great place to stop because then we can start right on something. Yep. Oh god, 10 momentum. That's awesome. So yeah, that was fun. I think that was we really ending on a good spot. We actually made a lot of progress. Like we moved forward a lot. I will share the map, the extended map. We've moved a long way. We went through 3 passageways and we made some progress. So thanks everybody out there who might be watching this. There have been many people who have been watching our stream thus far, so I hope people are enjoying it, and we'll be back on a more regular schedule. I think from here on out. I had a personal issue, family matter that I had to take care of, and we were off for a few weeks. But any last words?
Pineapple.
That would be Karl's last word.
Take care, y'all.
Take care. Yeah, thanks for playing, guys. That was fun as always.
Yay.
And now I'm going to go back into the air conditioner because I've been outside so as to not wake up our child this whole time. I'm loud talking.
That's dedication.
All right, take care, y'all.